If you look at illuminated signage in public spaces, like on billboards or other promotional signs, you'll notice that what they're made of has changed significantly over the last few years. LED technology has taken over. But before LED, neon lights were choice, as well as a symbol of the modern urban era.
Well, my name's Andy Doig, and I'm a neon artist down here in Brighton, and we create neon artworks. It's the craftsman aspect that sort of drew me to it. It all started with me visiting America. We saw neon being made in a small studio, much like this. There was neon everywhere, and it all glows before your very eyes. I mean, it was like magic.
What's the first task that you're going to give to your students, to me, when getting started with working with glass?
It's a simple task. It's a fun task. But what it does is it teaches you what happens when a piece of glass melts.
And you have to keep it moving because the heat is only coming from below, right?
Correct. When you've got a nice blob of glass like that, take it out, pause, and then just gently, slowly pull it apart. There's a reason for this.
Okay.
So then just pull it out, and then see a few seconds later, and the glass is stiffened, it's gone hard. That's it.
I gotta pull this thing apart, and I hope it doesn't snap on me. Mine's not as long as yours, huh? Normally glass is very brittle and solid, and it's gonna break if you do what I just did, but here it was like playing with candy or something. It was a lot of fun. How would I get from a piece of glass to that?
Well, okay, well, what you do is you start off with a drawing. There's a right angle. There's a U-bend, or what we call a return. And then there's a drop. It's up to you to sort of like apply them to different scenarios. You know, gigantic flamingo, or a beer sign saying, you know, cold beer sold here.
Yeah.
It all comes from these three basic bends.
As you can see, performing this, what he's doing right now, is not just something you do with your hands alone. You have to use your eyes, your mind, your entire body. He's got his feet positioned in such a way that he can always go back and forth without losing his balance. He's having to move his arms up and down to avoid burning his hands, obviously, right? And all the while, he's having to remember the shape of what he's doing and blow into it so that it doesn't twist around and break on him. There's a lot involved here.
Neon gas, it doesn't do a lot else. But they found out, you know, when the scientists were doing their crazy things in the 1800s, they found out that if you electrify it, it glows this beautiful flame orange.
If there's one thing I've learned about working with glass, it's that it requires an impeccable interplay of peace of mind, appendage coordination dexterity, and environmental omnipotence. Now, if you can do that sustainably for hours on end, then you might just have what it takes to be a glass craftsman.